Hello Pisces, my name is Tiffany from tiffanystarology, and it's so good to be here with all of you today. We are going to be diving into the What's the Gossip Oracle to see what it is that you need to know in your everyday life. Are you nervous? Are you wondering about somebody? If so, this message may be for you. We're going to dive right on in, Pisces, and let's see what comes through. If recharge, me versus me, plastic smiles, shadow work, commitment issues, status upgrade, unbreakable, hustle mode, catfish, trust the signs, clickbait, and rebound. On the bottom of the deck you have self-made. So Pisces, you're showing up a little bit tired in this reading, I won't lie. Lately you may have felt like you've just constantly been on the go with recharge and hustle mode. You may be working on actual hustle. You may be working on an actual side hustle. This may just be work. This may be that you have a lot on your plate. Let's say between, what you need, your partner may need, children may need, your job, whatever the case is for you. I just feel like you haven't been giving yourself the ample amount of time that you've needed to recharge and to feel better about yourself. And emotions have been all over the place. With the cell phone and the laptop being here, I do feel like there's also been a lot of communication and a lot of people need you, or you've been just all over the place. So you've been on this grind because you want to be better. You want to upgrade your life. You want to move in a forward direction where you're uplifted, where you are making waves in your life. So for some of you, that could mean you are improving your health, working on businesses, increasing your financial wealth, maybe trying to purchase a property or get a new car, or just kind of get through I feel like a lot of roadblocks right now. And the me versus me card really focuses on personal growth and development, where the status upgrade is you achieving new things and standing out. So you are doing a really good job. Like what you are working on, what you are working toward in this hustle, it is taking you places, Pisces. You are really showing up as this really unbreakable person. It says inner toughness, enduring hardship, strength through adversity. Nothing can break me. But I think deep down inside, there's this like facade that you are putting on to the world. With the plastic smiles here, you might be showing up for everybody else except for yourself. An area that might really be hurting you is love. With the rebound card, it says temporary comfort, avoiding loneliness, quick replacements just to forget. And so I feel as though you may be entertaining a love relationship or even friendships to uplift your energy, when really Spirit is trying to have you slow down and do a bit of shadow work and face the truths within that you need to heal something. And we will probably dive deeper into what this is in the tarot. But it says facing hidden fears, exploring darker emotions, accepting imperfections, and meeting your darker self. I feel like your outside world is not really matching up to your inside world. And you are dealing with this issue of what's real versus what's fake, what you're projecting to the world. Are you actually okay? Are you actually doing okay? It says afraid to settle down, avoiding intimacy, fear of loss of freedom. It's complicated. So there's a lot going on in your world, Pisces. And I feel as though it's been difficult for you to figure out like what's really happening. Is this all good? Is this all bad? With the catfish here, you may have also felt disappointed in, again, love relationships, dating, the relationships around you. Like, are you wondering, are people real? Are they really being themselves? Because again, what if these plastic smiles are the people around you? It says fake kindness, forced friendliness, hiding resentment behind smiles, friends in name only. So are the people around you just not showing up for you in a way that you trust them? That's where you have to trust the signs. It says paying attention to guidance, universe is speaking clearly, follow your intuition, messages received. So your spirit team is trying to alert you, hey, something's up. Trust what we're trying to show you. Trust your intuition, be real with yourself, and get to the bottom of why maybe your inner world is not reflecting the truth of your outer world. Because again, I see you doing a lot to perfect what you are trying to do. Self-made to hustle mode, you are working on a business or yourself, and you're doing a great job. But I don't feel like the relationships around you are being supportive, allowing you to recharge. Some of you, if you're in a commitment, you might be worried about if you're going to stay there. And again, with that rebound card, are you with somebody just so that you can say you're in a commitment? Or do you actually want to be there? Is it just a placeholder? Because in order for you to feel fulfilled, a relationship is a part of that. Or is this a person you actually can see yourself moving forward with? Because don't stay in relationships or with people where you're just getting by. You want to actually feel passion and belonging and intimacy and desire. And that doesn't just go for love relationships, but especially for love relationships. You could just be around people in general who don't make you feel good. And you're being asked to look at that and be honest with yourself. All right, current situation for Pisces. What's going on? You're in limbo, my love. Two of Pentacles. I think right now, life may feel a little bit out of balance. There is so much going on around you, within you. You're holding on to this spark of creativity and self-growth and maturity in your visible world where you can be recognized. But things are definitely out of balance in your personal life. I think the part of you that no one can see, I'm thinking as far as astrology goes, your 10th house, 4th house axis. So your public life is looking good. And I see a lot of strides forward with the 6 of Swords here. But your private life is not looking so hot. What is going on for you, Pisces? What's the challenge? Page of Pentacles. Tell me more. Tell me more, Spirit. Okay. So it looks as though, Pisces, you're trying to put down a heavy burden and start new. So this could be you're letting go of the rebound. This could be you are done with the online dating and the catfish world. This could be a relationship where you have felt very burdened. You're like, hey, we need to figure out a new way forward. I can't carry all of this burden on my own. With the Queen of Pentacles here, children could be significant. Your home life for sure could be significant. And I feel like you bring the stability to your home life. Maybe the money that you make, the presence that you show up here in this Queen of Pentacles energy where you really shine and you look like you've got it all going on for you. But I can't help but keep looking at the sadness on her face in her emotional world. It does not resemble this look of confidence in the public world. You have to get real with yourself, Pisces, and you need to get real with the people in your life. If you are carrying burdens, if you need time to recharge. I see like the Tower. Oh, I don't see it anymore, but the Tower kind of wanted to peek through. You're like trying to avoid a Tower, definitely wanting, a more stable home and family life, more peace, more joy. Definitely children could be significant at this time, and that could be adding to the burden. Strengths. Seven of Swords. I think you are doing your due diligence to look out for yourself, though, at the end of the day. Like, you're not talking completely about it outwardly to whoever you're dealing with, but I think you're showing up the best you can, but also not being fully authentic in your personal world. So the people around you are seeing a side of you that you want them to see, not necessarily who you really are. They get to see this person who is very jubilant and happy and interested, but there's a deeper soul contract with broken promises and a soul contract where you are living behind a mask, or the person that you're dealing with is. And I think that's the issue that I'm seeing the most, is there's this hidden energy about this reading, Pisces. That's the Seven of Swords, though. It's coming out in your strengths. I think you are wearing the mask well, and you may be seeing through the mask of someone else. Area of focus. King of Wands, Four of Wands. So definitely your only focus right now, like, or I shouldn't say only, your main focus is on material success and your status. You're here for the celebrations, for the notoriety, for the upgrades, for the self-made energy. You're working on your pentacles. You might be working on your style or fashion, your beauty, your business. But I don't see you putting a lot of effort into anything else the way that you do this particular area of your life. It could be that this is just a part of your life that's giving you a lot of energy. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I see that's what's taking up the bulk of your energetic register at this time, because it's what's giving you the most in return. So definitely, totally understand that. It's what's feeding your soul at this time. A lot of you could be working on businesses, entrepreneurial endeavors, getting your groove back, so to speak. So if you're not necessarily working on a business, could you be working on your fitness, your health, your beauty? I am seeing, again, cosmetic surgery. That has been coming up a little bit. Your sexual health. And also, like, maybe some of you are getting out there and doing your thing, you know, like having a good old time and perusing your social life a little bit more. But I think you're asking yourself, and this is for your near future, is all this time, money, effort, and energy that I'm investing in myself actually going to pay off? Because what good is all of this joy in your public life if your private life isn't sitting at that same caliber? I feel as though, I'm going to move these really quick. You might be in a position, Pisces, where you don't feel like the work that you're putting into your life is paying off, or there's a little bit of this like lackluster energy about the way things are moving for you. But you are ultimately the person that is going to be in charge of how your life moves forward. And if you find that you're dealing with catfishes and rebounds and fake friends and you're putting on a face every single day, it is up to you to change that yourself. And what I would ask you and encourage you to do is to look at the reality of what's in front of you and ask yourself, is this worth my time and energy, or do I need to be putting more time and energy into my relationships? Is work maybe clouding your judgment? Like you're trying so hard to be successful that you're forgetting about your tribe? There's that possibility there. But I also think it's because you've been hurt, Pisces, and in order for you to not necessarily be dealing with betrayal, you're like, well, let me just focus on me. Let me focus on what I can control. Recent past, you have the Four of Pentacles. So I do feel like you started holding back. Maybe even in a way, maybe being a little more selfish because of whatever this tower was that broke you. I feel like you have pulled your energy back you have pulled into a place of strength where you maybe were hurt again or betrayed or someone let you down. It could even be in an energy where someone stole from you financially, where they were not giving their equal share. And so in a lot of ways, I do feel that you are mirroring this energy right back. You're like, well, if you're not going to take care of me, I'm not going to take care of you. And I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody. I'm just going to find someone to bide my time with. And ultimately, that's why you're here in this commitment issues, because you don't even know if you can commit to yourself and to your own goals. Your spirit team is telling you that you need to pull back a bit, Pisces, in this energy of go, 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 let me accomplish, because you might be leaving important parts of your life in the dust. It doesn't mean that those parts of your life are treating you well, but you need to tend to those relationships. Advice? Knight of Swords. What are you trying to tell us, Spirit? Judgment. Okay. So I feel a quickness, right? The Knight of Swords moves very fast. They can be very cutthroat. They can be very driven, but almost to a fault. You could be the type of person who's feeling impulsive or cutthroat, needing to make quick decisions. And your spirit team is saying you need to slow down. There's a judgment call for you to recognize that I think you're overcompensating for what you can't control by trying to control everything that you can with such fervor. You need to communicate slowly, and that's where for the full moon in Aries, there was this assertive energy that you are exhibiting at this time, Pisces, but you needed to slow things down, and you needed to, get back to the basics and go on a walk and recharge and take a bath and soothe your soul, because your outer world is only going to reflect your inner world. And I feel as though you could get to a place where you burn out. Your spirit team might be telling you, if you work so hard at this particular thing, but you don't take care of you and you don't take care of the relationships around you, you are going to start to see that the world around you starts to fall apart. Because yes, you are going through a massive glow up and you are working towards your goals for the future. Spirit says you're doing a great job of that. But are you actually looking into what is actually on your mind? What's actually triggering you? What's actually making you feel emotional and what is hurting you? I do feel like for whatever reason, Pisces, this is a time to baby yourself. And you won't miss what's meant for you. You can't control everything in your life. And I do feel like you're possibly walking into a role right now where you're having a trauma response to imbalance. So, okay, it's coming in more clearly. So when your life is out of balance, Pisces knows how to go into overdrive to compensate for what they don't have. They go into this energy, or at least you're going into this energy where you are pulling on resources and material gains as a way to ground your reality. But it's leaving you lackluster. And I do think that you need to have an open conversation or deal with some type of heartbreak instead of dodging or avoiding the issues. Some of you may be in avoidant energy, even with friends and family, where you haven't visited them because you've just needed time alone, and that's okay. But Spirit is trying to remind you that in order for you to be successful and to really have this status upgrade, your life as a whole needs to come back into better balance. All right. Very good. Environment. Yeah, this is definitely a trauma response. I'll try to see if I can look up what exactly this would be. But yes, your environment is full of work. Your environment is full of, will this all pay off? will I work until the wheels fall off type of energy. And what I'm going to tell you is I do see a lot of material abundance and success in your life. If that's what you're working towards, Pisces, I see it. It is very, very present. But what I don't see is a person who necessarily feels fulfilled. Your environment seems busy. Your environment seems chaotic. It does seem productive. It does seem efficient, but it doesn't necessarily feel warm and fuzzy and fulfilled. Have you lost sight of what the purpose and the goal of whatever you're working on is? Have you lost sight of what used to make you feel inspired? Let's say you've been doing something for creative purposes, because again, it said side hustle, right? Has that side hustle lost its glow or it lost its vigor because of how much work you are putting into this situation? Have you maybe lost an aspect of yourself in the process? Spirit says you need to bring more balance into the process and deal with those emotions. We have the Queen of Cups to the Eight of Cups that you are trying to abandon and walk away from. You're not facing the reality. You're looking at material world success, glow up energy, and not facing the reality that your heart feels a bit broken. And that's okay. That is definitely, I feel like a healthier way to handle your emotions than maybe like going into toxic substances or wallowing in your sadness. So at least you got that going for you, right, Pisces? All right, hopes and fears. The Sun and the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You do really have a goal to have a very stable home life, a stable income, business endeavors, career, health, all of that. You really do have a goal for that. Children, again, could be very significant. Legacy, wealth, beautiful home, living and having the things that you need. And you will accomplish these things, Pisces. There's no doubt about it. But I also want you to understand that in order for the sun to come out in your world, and my left ear is ringing, in order for this to all work out for you, you have to still bring in the emotional side. The Knight of Cups of the Temperance says, allow yourself to actually feel love, be loved, give love. Allow yourself to be nurtured and taken care of, even if just by yourself. You're going to get yourself into a place where you're feeling very tied up, very lost, very pushed away. And Spirit doesn't want you to get there. Your goals will come to fruition. The hard work that you are putting into your life is going to pay off. I can't tell you how beautiful these three cards are. The Eight of Pentacles to the Sun to the Ten of Pentacles. But you know what I'm also seeing here? The Sun is vitality. And if you are running on an empty battery and you need to recharge and you need to reset and you don't do that, the sun is not going to come out for you. You need to own up to the fact that there is some shadow work, even though you've been doing a great job with your healing journey. But there's still some inner demons that you need to clear. Face those hidden fears, Pisces. Explore the darker emotions. Accept your imperfections. And don't settle for less. Bring your life into balance. Because again, with that Two of Pentacles being your overall current energy, you're juggling a lot. But you're not going within deep enough. Maybe you need to change your schedule. Maybe you need to change your offerings. Maybe you need to take, let's say you have an Etsy shop. Maybe you need to take the Etsy shop offline for a little bit. Are you getting too caught up in the world, in the material world, and forgetting about your soul and your emotions? Potential outcome. So again, they're reiterating, if you don't move out of this energy where you are feeling victimized. And if you don't pay attention to your routines and not do the shadow work, you are going to feel trapped and bound. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords. Yes, Three of Pentacles. I feel like you need to slow it down. I feel like maybe even take a little bit of time off from working so hard. There may be a need for you to just like take a class or remember why this was fun. Work with others, collaborate, do things that are enjoyable with others. The Three of Pentacles is working as a team building, relationship building. Maybe you need to go on a walk with your partner or, spend time with your children. I definitely feel like work could be getting in the way of that relationship as well with your kids, and making sure that you're also taking the time to see how far you've come and just enjoying that process. Don't overdo it, Pisces. Bring it back a little bit. Because again, you are going to be very successful. King of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. It is going to happen for you. It is destined. It is written in your soul contract. But Spirit is saying don't get so caught up in the finances and all of that you forget about your soul. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards for you to end out the reading. Anything else Spirit wants you to know? Show up authentically. That's what I see here with Photoshopped. Show up authentically. You might be running yourself ragged and then throwing a filter on to try to make things look better than they actually are. See, you got that money on your mind, but it's an energy where you're taking control because that's all that you know how to do. In times of struggle, you go into like money mode. You are gaining traction. It says influencer status. So again, social recognition, online fame, power to influence, swipe up. So you are having people that are recognizing you. But with the no filter, it says speaking your truth, authentic communication, raw honesty. This is how I really feel. You might not be recognizing and empowering your emotions. You need to talk to somebody, or you need to be real with yourself about what is underneath the surface of this CEO energy. Again, speak up. You see that broken heart? It says expressing needs, defending yourself, courage to confront, your voice matters. So you aren't saying something, Pisces, that needs to be said. Your spirit team is saying, yes, so much success. Yes, so beautiful, so handsome. Yes, you're doing it. You're racking up the numbers. But your soul has to still learn this lesson about control and ease and flow. The Ascension says spiritual growth, higher awareness, next level consciousness, elevating myself. And that's that Judgment card that came out. Your soul came here to experience wealth, and it will. Prosperity, it will. But you also need to face your hidden fears, because that's the shadow work that elevates your energy. So if you've been feeling like there's been a slump in your energy, maybe a slump in your numbers or your revenue or whatever the case is, it's because of a reflection of what you're going through as well. And last card I have for you is situational single. It says temporary loneliness, choosing solitude, waiting for better, not settling. This would be a better energy to take over going into this energy of feeling like you need to compensate. So just choose to be single and enjoy and sip your tea, Pisces. Go out and have a coffee by yourself. Go take yourself on a date. You don't need this rebound energy. You need actual real love. I'm here, real love, baby. Da 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 da. The real. I don't know what the words are, but yeah. That's what I feel. That's what I really do feel. Your spirit team wants you to take a little bit of time for you. You are so abundant. You are going to be so successful. You are so dreamy and full of life. But your vigor, your vitality is being affected by your inner world. And you must have a more vibrant inner world to keep attracting the people in your outer world. Your vibration and your actual ascension depends upon all of that. And you will see more success and you will reap those rewards when you pour back into you. So, okay, Pisces, I love you so much. I'm wishing you well. Take care of you today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Pisces.